Hello, creative kiddos. You are here for, hopefully, the Matisse inspired still life picture that we're going to make today. And we're going to use two techniques, actually really three techniques today. We're going to start with a directed drawing where I tell you what to draw and I draw it and then you draw it with me. Then we're going to go over our picture with crayon to create a crayon resist, which is one of my favorite things. And then you're going to get to watercolor. That's three different things in one project. So fun, right? And today we're going to be creating something similar to this. Now yours is going to look completely you because I don't want you to do me. I want you to do you. But this one is mine. And I can't wait to see what you create. Sometimes all you need is a little bit of creative inspiration. All right, here we go. All right, friends, are you ready to start on our Matisse Crayon Resist Still Life? Well, I think you're ready or you wouldn't be here. So here we go. We are going to start with a directed drawing, which is a fancy way of me saying, I'm going to draw something and then you're going to draw it right after me. And I know you can do it because you're all amazing. So we're going to start by drawing a vase because we're going to do a vase with some flowers in it sitting on a table. So we have to start with the vase. So what you're going to do is looking at your paper, you're going to come down about halfway before you start your vase and you're going to do it off to the right-hand side, but not all the way to the right-hand side. So somewhere right about here, you're going to draw a vase. Just like that. Does your vase have to be perfect? No. Will it be perfect because you're amazing? Yes, of course. Now, will it be perfectly symmetrical and amazing like that? No. Does it need to be? No. It just needs to be a vase. All right. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a flower in the center of our vase. And I'm going to put the petals of the flower up here. Just like that. Then I'm going to give him a nice thick stem and two leaves because nice flowers always have pretty leaves on them. And a center, just because. There's my flower. Now I'm going to do a second flower to the right of my first flower in the center. I'm going to start this guy with the center, just like this. And he's going to look a little different. I'm just going to put him kind of down facing, just 'cause. And then I'm going to give him a stem. And I'll give him a leaf. Why not? So now I have two flowers. I'm going to do a third flower just because I like things in threes. I don't know why. I just feel like they look better in threes. So I'm going to put a flower right here and give him a stem and a leaf and another leaf and a center. So we're looking good. We have our vase. We have three beautiful flowers. Now we need our vase to sit on a table. So I'm going to start right about here on my vase. Hopefully you can see where I'm pointing, right about there. And I'm going to draw a circle just like it's sitting on the top of a table. So that's the top of the table. And then of course my table would have legs. So I'll give it two legs, just like that. And then I want to give my picture more of a dimension. So I'm going to draw in some lines for the floor and the wall to look like we're actually looking at a room. And what this will do is when we add the crayons in a minute and then we add the watercolor at the end, it'll kind of make your picture pop. You'll see. It'll be really cool. So I'm going to start about halfway from my table And I'm going to draw a line to about here. Then I'm going to take that line and I'm going to go diagonally down to the side of my paper. Not down to the bottom, but just down to the side of my paper. And that's going to be the floor. This whole little section would be the floor. And then from where my two lines intersect, I'm going to take a line and go straight up to the top of my paper. So now you can see you have walls, a floor, and your table. And at this point, you're done with your pencil. So you can go ahead and put your pencil down. Okay, so now that we have it all drawn out in pencil, we're going to use our Sharpie or our permanent black marker, and we're going to trace over everything we just did with pencil. So you're just going to go ahead and trace everything. Okay, now you have an outline. Pretty cool, right? All right, now you can put your Sharpie away. Now that you have your outline finished, it's time to move on to your crayons. And here's what you're gonna do with your crayons. You're gonna pick whatever colors you want and whatever designs you want. And you're gonna add designs everywhere you see a lot of white space. So you're gonna want a design on your vase. You're gonna want a design on your table. You're going to want a design on the bottom of your table. You might want a design on the floor. And you're going to want a design on the walls. And you're just going to draw them in. You can use as many colors as you want and as many designs as you want. So go ahead and think about what you want and go ahead and get started. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Make sure you're pressing really hard with your crayon. That's how you'll see it pop out when we do the watercolor at the end. So push really hard and add those designs. Okay, once you have all of your designs on your page, you're going to use your crayons again and you're going to color in your flowers. So completely fill in your flowers. And I'm going to start with the stems. I'm going to do my stems green and my leaves green. And then I'm going to color my flowers. Just like that. And your flowers and your paper are ready for the next step. Okay, the last step for this amazing project you're working on is watercolors. Everybody likes watercolors. Important thing to remember with watercolors, make sure you use lots of water and then use as much paint as you want to get it to the color that you want. So if you want the colors to be lighter, then use less paint. If you want them to be darker, more paint. Either way, you're gonna need lots of water, and you're gonna need a cup full of water close by so you can keep rinsing your brush between colors and a paper towel to wipe it off. Now, it's okay to mix colors here, so don't be afraid. I'm not gonna get mad at you, and there is no such thing as bad art. So you're just going to dip your paintbrush in your water, and you're gonna pick a color and start painting. I'm gonna start with green. I'm gonna do my vase. I'm gonna do my wall green. So here is the cool thing. You can paint right over your crayon. And it's called crayon resist because the crayon is gonna stay right there and it's gonna resist the paint in the areas where you put crayon. And everywhere else, the paint's gonna fill up the paper. So it's gonna leave it with a really cool effect when you're finished. So go ahead, water, paint your paper, and repeat. Make sure you paint until you get rid of most of your white on your paper, and then you're gonna let it dry. And I just know it's gonna be amazing. Once it's dry, have mom or dad take a picture and send it to me so I can see all of your beautiful creations and put them on our Bitmoji classroom as a virtual art show. I'm so proud of you guys. Way to be creative, kiddos. I'll see you for the next project. See you real soon.